Introducing to you first, fighting tonight out of the blue corner with head trainer Shukru Aksu. He comes to the ring wearing white with red lettering and weighed in officially at 241 pounds. Coming to us from Bochum, Germany, he brings an undefeated record with 25 wins, 17 of his 25 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the undefeated former two-time EBU European champion and the #1 ranked contender by the WBC, Agit Kabayel. And his opponent across the ring fighting tonight out of the red corner with head trainer Sean George. He comes to the ring wearing gold with red and black and weighed in officially at 287.5 pounds. Fighting out of Bloomfield, New Jersey, USA, by way of Shenzhou, China, a 2008 Olympic silver medalist, now has a professional record of 27 wins, 2 defeats, 1 draw, 22 of those 27 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former WBO interim world champion and the #2 ranked contender by the WBC, Zhilei Zhang.
Okay, gentlemen, I've already spoke to you in the locker room. You know what I expect. Stay professional, obey my commands, and most of all, protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves, boys. Good luck to you both.
Well, this should be an excellent blend of styles in the glamour division. China's big, strong, hard-hitting southpaw Zhilei Zhang in with one of the most underrated heavyweights on the scene. German's talented Agit Kabayel, who's been quickly and quietly amassing this perfect record. A couple of really good wins going into this Kabayel. The secret's out, but will he be able to take Zhang's power? Kabayel possesses some too, Darren.
He does indeed, and what we're seeing here is his key to victory. I said this in the week. For him to win this, we need to call him agility Kabayel. He needs to move, he needs to be elusive, quick, stay out of trouble. But we're seeing a bit more aggression here from Zhang already. Looking to impose that size into this contest.
He already knocked Kabayel back with the left hand at the start of the round there, Zhang.
Zhang, that backhand is very dangerous, and he's got a string of early knockouts. Kabayel meeting fire with fire in the first minute.
No, I think that's important tactics there for Kabayel. If he can fire off the punches with Zhang misses, he slides in, goes bang, 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 and then moves away. That'll just confuse, slow down, and then eventually, or quickly tire Zhilei Zhang.
Kabayel with huge support here. Zhang with the whole nation of China behind him. He's desperate to fight there. 40 shots from Kabayel, early, important.
But this is better from Zhang already. Just more presence in front of his opponent, letting more shots go. Don't get me wrong. Oh, it's a beautiful two-shot combination there.
Lovely right hook there from Zhang.
Oh, left hand to the body as well. Fast hands of Zhilei Zhang, even at 41. Look at this.
So left hand there, he felt that, Adam.
I think he's slightly surprised by this start, Kabayel, from Zhang. A lot busier than we've seen him in the past.
Kabayel, a smaller heavyweight, and he has to sometimes go the long route. Agility, as Darren's saying, but Zhang is really imposing himself early, Barry.
Yeah, what he does so well, Zhang, there's no real tell to his punches, so he can throw a hook without having to lean back or move the arm back or even twist the shoulders. He can just throw straight off the cuff, and that makes it difficult then. But if you make a mistake, he can just fire straight over your jab. And with it being a southpaw as well, if he slides that right foot close in, he can punch sort of, almost like punch down and hook down on the shot, and you're in trouble.
Oh, let go. No punches, no punches.
Yeah, more feints, more jabs to the body, I think, from Kabayel, but ultimately that was a very good opening round from Zhilei Zhang.
Yep, slightly surprised Kabayel by the onslaught and the controlling of the ring from Zhang. Sean George, as ever, they're a very close team. And it's brilliant, isn't it, how he's come through, Zhang, and he stayed with it to get on the big stage.
Absolutely. I mean, there's so much to like about him, and I think that's why we get frustrated with him, because we just want to see more of his work, and that was a really good round. He done what we've been asking from him, just be more active. Such a spiteful puncher, walking Kabayel onto a beautiful lead right hand, followed by the left. Beautiful credit to the German there for taking those.
Those punches knock people out
yeah, they do.
on a regular basis there for Zhang. He took those really well, Kabayel.
Got 22 knockouts on the slate for Zhilei Zhang. Agit Kabayel's got 17 in his 25 wins in the white trunks with the right and red boots from Bochum in Germany. Agit Kabayel on the big stage, looking to impress Zhilei Zhang with real power, but Kabayel's taking the fight to him. Interesting here in the second.
Oh, good uppercut there from Kabayel. But every time Zhang throws a shot and lands, you're waiting for the reaction, aren't you? Certainly.
Did you want to see him move more, Kabayel?
Yeah, I did say that, but I'm going to kind of change my ways a little bit here. I think this may, albeit a very dangerous tactic, I think you've got to try and empty the tank of Zhang, and we know that has been his kryptonite, work rate.
But there's a different rhythm. When you punch when you want to, when you're advancing, you're being the bully, you can sort of set yourself to punch. When you're being pushed back, you have to punch reactive. That's a different breathing that tires you out quicker. So maybe Kabayel trying to push him back, even though he's got to walk in the shots potentially, might empty the tank quicker.
Yeah, you cannot let Zhang have his own way here with tempo and space. You need to make things uncomfortable for him.
Left hook to the body, whipped in from Kabayel. More authority in this one. Really planting his feet, Barry.
Yeah, he's done a really good turnaround here in this round. Kabayel taking the fight to Zhang, just put him at the good shot up within. That's the worry. That right hook there from Zhang is a fantastic shot. There's no telling the punch.
And I think the uppercut as well. He's got to keep those elbows tucked in, Kabayel.
I think he should get lower. Get lower. You're the shorter guy. Just make that be your friend that height. Get as low as you can. Make Zhang overreach for the shot. Punch down, hard to be accurate.
Solid from Kabayel, but thumping punches from Zhilei Zhang. There's the body work again from the German, which is impressive.
It's all investment, isn't it, for the later rounds?
Already a gasp of breath from the big man from China.
Oh, there's that uppercut. He needs to keep those elbows tucked in.
He took the step on the outside there. Zhang really clever. Take a step on the outside, uppercut, and a nice little combination there.
You called it, Darren, the uppercut. Squeaked in, and Kabayel very static. Looks at his corner. Has he ever been under this sort of fire before, Kabayel?
Nice uppercut of his own there, Kabayel. More long with the shot, no real power, but it's heating up nicely, this.
And I tell you something, he's taking the shots here, Kabayel. He's taking the power.
Good work from both men, maybe a round each. Let's get to Chris Mannix, who's got a delighted Callum Smith with him.
Callum, one of the first fights of the night and already a candidate for the best fight of the night. How'd you feel about that performance?
Yeah, I feel good. Obviously, it wasn't perfect, but I was the underdog tonight, and it got me back up a little bit. I seen people saying, I'm finished and I need to roll back the ears and stuff, and it was laughable at times, but it was also frustrating as well. I haven't had a tough career, and I knew I still had plenty left. And getting compared to the other domestic heavyweights. I've always feel like being a league above them all. I believe I'm good enough to be a 2-weight world champion, and I felt I had to prove a lot of people wrong tonight, but it wasn't a surprise result for me. It wasn't a perfect performance. I took a few rounds off towards the end. I lost my rhythm a little bit. My vision was a little bit impaired, but that's boxing. You've got to get on with it, and I did, and I thought I wasn't comfortable enough. And it's a good performance. Josh Buatti's a very, very good fighter. I knew I needed to be back towards my best tonight, and I believe I was.
Congratulations, Callum.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yep, I agree with Callum. I thought he won it, and I thought it was a terrific performance as an underdog. Very, very fit and sharp tonight, Callum Smith. Joshua Buatsi played his part. Wonderful fight, and this is turning into another cracker. Third round, Zhilei Zhang, Agit Kabayel at heavyweight, and the intensity in the ring tonight is fabulous.
It really is. They all know that they're part of something special here. Each fight so far has delivered. We're starting to see more aggression again from Kabayel, working the body really, really well, landed loads in the first couple of rounds.
And again, they're not body shots that are gonna drop Zhang, but what they're gonna do, if this fight goes past 4 rounds, he's gonna feel it.
And that's what happened against Joseph Parker. He knocked Parker down a couple of times, but he sort of ran out of puff, didn't he, halfway through. He did last the distance, and he did against Filip Hrgovic in a fight I thought he won. But he's got stamina and an engine, Zhang, but how long can he keep that up for at 41?
And I tell you what, if he can drop those punches by about 4 inches, Zhang, they're right on the button, and that might be good night. As well as Kabayel's taking him out, but they had a bit on the forehead.
I'm not sure he's liking these body shots that much, Zhang. You seem to see a reaction every time he lands one. He's really trying his best to cover up to avoid the shots.
Shot his own to the body there.
I think this is good work from Kabayel on the inside. He's not moving, he's standing his ground, and he feels that he can overpower Big Bang.
And he's not beating him with speed and guile like we all thought in the build-up. He's standing his ground and trying to push him back physically.
Exactly what you said, Barry. He's making him work. He doesn't want to work at this tempo, Zhang.
Combination to the body.
Yeah, brilliant work from Kabayel. Zhang trying to come back, but it's persistent, and it's stubborn, and it's annoying Zhang.
And you'd say typically German as well. Economical, in your face, high guard, works the body well. Sound, technically.
Well, we've seen him move, and now we're seeing him fight, which is great to have both.
Oh, you need it. You need variation in every department in this sport.
Some good rounds here for Kabayel, really good rounds.
Reddening around the stomach for Zhilei Zhang, who weighed in at 287.5 pounds. He's huge. But how much energy has that taken out of him? 2 good rounds for Kabayel. Well, what a week he's had. Joseph Parker was meant to be challenging Daniel Dubois for the IBF heavyweight title tonight. Dubois ill on Thursday. In comes Martin Bakole. Barry, it's been mad.
Absolute mad, and also not an easy thing to deal with, Adam. Everyone's going, oh, Bacole's coming late, is he going to be okay? This guy's been training for one guy, and he's had one guy on his mind constantly, and tactically as well, how he approaches the fight. Now, listen, but they're all professionals, you can change it, but it's not easy. And you have to reset your mind, and also, did I put on too much weight because I was going to bully one guy? Or do I have to be faster feet with this guy, so am I going to be too heavy? These are all these things you have to worry about. So, you know, he's a tough guy and he'll fight anyone, Joseph Parker, but it's not an easy night for him, that's for sure.
Everyone commending Bakole for taking the fight. Joseph Parker needs a pat on the back for taking probably the bogeyman in the division.
Massive respect to Joseph Parker for taking Bakoli. That's a heavyweight treat later on tonight. But there's so much more before that here on DAZN, the home of combat sports. Zhilei Zhang against Agit Kabayel, and it's been a great start. And Kabayel really trying to impose himself as Zhang did in the opening round. The German doing fantastic work here, middle of the ring, grinding Zhang down. Back comes Big Bang, and it's another one that's really heating up.
It's such a beautiful combination, that right uppercut and that left hook. It's almost like a natural movement. I don't know why everyone don't do it all the time, and Kabayel's done that 3 times on the shot here. Whip through the middle, whip downstairs.
Alexander Usyk and Anthony Joshua in the front row, watching these heavyweights. Barry, what a group we've got now in the glamour division.
Yes.
It's incredible.
It really is a fantastic talent. There's one that stands above them all, of course, and he's sat ringside, but there's a chasing pack here that can all fight each other. That's good work there from Zhang.
Yeah, lovely free-shot combination. But this is good pressure, really good intent from Kabayel.
Again, look at Zhang. He throws 3 punches and then deep breaths, gasps. That's the reset.
He's just looking to outfight, outmuscle Zhang here, who takes a massive gulp of air again. A minute to go in the 4th round, and these body shots may be taking their toll sooner rather than later.
That's the problem for Zhang. He's landed with some really good shots, especially in those first 2 rounds, and Kabayel took them very well.
And he's been smart. Look, we've talked about the pace and the tempo in which Zhang fights at. At 41, you don't want to be fighting at this kind of pace.
And Darren, what Kabayel's done is he's got really close, hasn't he? He's trying to negate those long arms of Zhang.
Yeah, he's nullifying the threat that's coming back from the Chinese man.
Big right hand, blood to the nose of Zhilei Zhang. He's in trouble here. He's in a bit of bother here, the big man from China.
Forget how fast the pace is. It's whose pace you fight at. You want to fight at your pace. Fast or slow, it's got to be your pace. When you're boxing someone else's pace, you're reactive. To be reactive takes in more energy.
A fascinating first 4. Let's get to Emily, who's got Bernard Hopkins with her.
We have the East Coast all the way in Riyadh for the last crescendo. Obviously, this is a mad card, but if there's one fight you want the fans to keep an eye on, which one is that?
I would say Victor Ortiz. That's going to be a fight that might steal a show.
And what do you think will happen?
Victor by knockout late, tough, but a knockout victory.
You know he's the underdog in this case.
That's why I believe that he will rise to the occasion and prove the underdog status absolutely wrong.
Well, you heard it here first from B-Hop himself. Stay tuned.
Thanks, Emily. B-Hop, the executioner, one of the great fighters of modern times. He's here. Oscar De La Hoya is here as well, and they're here for Victor Ortiz in a cracker with Israel Madrimov. It's just the card that keeps on giving. Callum Smith and Joshua Buatsi, surely a candidate already for fighter this year in February. Agit Kabayel and Zhilei Zhang into the 5th round. Kabayel in the ascendancy, Barry.
Look how fast he's come out of this round. Here, Kabayel, real intense here. Not just to work his man, but he's hurt him.
He's hurt him. This is the round that Zhang stopped Deontay Wilder. Agit Kabayel is trying to become the first man to halt Zhang.
Zhang is spent. He's exhausted. Look at the mouth wide open. And he's shipping punishment here.
What a countering shot from Zhilei Zhang. And Kabayel walked into that. And when the German was having all the success, there's the power of Big Bang.
Look at that, he didn't do anything wrong there, Kabayel. Just walked onto a short hook, and everything's changed.
Wow, just like that. When it looked like Zhang was in trouble, back he comes.
I thought Zhang was going to get stopped.
Heavyweight boxing at its best. Zhilei Zhang in real trouble, but comes back with one big booming shot, and now he's looking to take out Kabayel.
I'll tell you what, I've got to say though, Kabayel looks solid on his feet for now.
And how much has that taken out of Zhang? He let a few shots go, didn't he? At some pace and power.
Kabayel straight back to what he was doing, attacking the body, and you're right, he does look sturdy.
Oh, good shot again there from Zhang.
Yeah, that was always the danger, wasn't it? When you're in front of such a heavy hitter, you're there to be caught. We did say that it nullified the threat by getting really quite close, and he was just at arm's length, and that's good work again from Zhang.
Look how fast that was from Zhang.
The speed
Unbelievable for
of
a
his
big guy.
hands is still quite extraordinary. The southpaw toughing it out and scoring a knockdown, but he was right up against it here in the fifth.
Yeah, just being a little bit more cautious here, isn't he, Kabayel? You can't blame him for that.
Still mouth wide open of Zhang.
Good shot.
And Kabayel with that jab. Getting close again in these body shots, and he's trying to turn the heat back up on Zhang. What a round.
Yeah, great round. It looks like he's recovered, Kabayel, and he's finishing this round really strong. Good work to the body.
And a smile almost from the German, the 32-year-old, 9 years younger. And is it that freshness that's going to give him the edge? A 10-8 round to Zhang, but really one that Kabayel dominated.
Yeah, that can be, at times, soul-destroying. When you're on the brink of victory and you don't get the job done, and then your opponent comes firing back.
Yeah, I honestly thought that he wasn't all over the place, Zhang, but I thought he was in trouble. But look at that. That's all it takes for Zhang. A shot, and it's usually that punch there. A short little hook. The left hand this time, not that right hook, but again, he's stringing his body into the shots, and Kabayel looking to advance, having a good round up to that point. But again, this is where the shot there comes back, right on the chin. And to be fair, he got him quite well. But that put a new lease of life there in Zhang, and then he started to put his punch together quite well. Again, Kabayel wasn't hurt much after that, but he was cautious with his attacks.
We've hardly started the last crescendo, and it's absolutely amazing.
Crazy, crazy scenes here. Exactly what we expected.
Wow, the greatest card ever put together, living up to all the hype into the sixth round of this. The gold and red of Big Bang, Zhilei Zhang, who scored the knockdown in the fifth. But Agit Kabayel boxing really well, especially with these body shots. The hooks are good.
It looks like there's some swelling just above that right eye of Zhang.
And a bump on the forehead as well, Darren. He's getting marked up, blood to the nose.
So the way he rips that hook across Zhang, though, if that hit you, you're done.
You look at the quality there, Barry. Double landed by Kabayel. There's the quality in the body shots, and Zhang felt that. He nearly went down. Well, that was very strange, but Kabayel.
I don't know, well, that should be a count. Didn't the glove touch the floor there?
Oh, so didn't count it. Zhang comes back with the combinations. Kabayel's got to be careful of those countering left hands. But he's doing ever so well, the German, at chipping away.
Yeah, he really is. Landing heavy body shots. I'll say it again, he looks absolutely exhausted, but he cannot switch off, Kabayel.
Again, taking those shots knackers you, doesn't it? So Kabayel's got to be careful here that he doesn't run out of steam.
Zhang seems at his most dangerous when he's under real threat and when he's tiring.
Yeah, and it's because Kabayel's opening up and leaving openings himself.
Right hand from Kabayel. He's hit body and head. You saw the stats. The corner must be delighted with him. But Zhang still has the power to turn this around.
And I think he's more dangerous when he's tired, because it's shot there from Kabayel. When you're tired, your shoulders drop, which means you're looser, so you're punching a little bit faster maybe when you let him go.
Coming off those big knockout legs.
He's gone.
Kabayel, and he's looking to do the same again. Takes the count. It's the body shots that are undoing him, and he's absolutely in agony here. Zhilei Zhang, will he make the count? Agit Kabayel celebrating. It's done. Wow. It's dusted. It's the 26th victory for Agit Kabayel, and it's the most important on this huge night. And now will they believe in this German? The secret is out. Agit Kabayel is a world-class heavyweight.
Incredible. The form of this man is absolutely remarkable.
I'll tell you something, he could have got up. He wasn't, I know a body shot that takes the whole wind out of you and you can't breathe. It wasn't that. He was just absolute, he was hurt, but exhausted.
Zhilei Zhang stopped for the first time in his life, and the celebration started. Spencer Brown told us just before that this is the man that's coming through. Agit Kabayel, the 32-year-old from Germany, undefeated, and the interim WBC champion. What a fight.
And to get off the floor, like Joseph Parker did, to beat that guy, but to stop him, Agit Kabayel, who was ignored, I wouldn't forget his name. No, it's not like Bakodi's scared of him, just overlooked, is now a real player in this division.
Darren, we were there when he outboxed Derek Chisora all those years ago in Monaco, and he never did anything, and suddenly in the last couple of years, Riyadh season, the spark's back, and he performs like that.
Yeah, like I say, form was incredible. He took Zhang to places he didn't want to go there, suffered a knockdown but wasn't disheartened, kept coming, and he just kept popping the shots out, and the shots to the body were just so hurtful, and the mouth was wide open as Zhang. He didn't want to be there. As Barry said, I believe that it was a stabbing right to the body. There was a couple that followed. I think he was complaining that one went round the side, but nonetheless, he didn't want to be there, Barry, did it?
No, it was a good, I think it did go a little bit around the side, but that one through the middle really hurt him, and that one just finished it off. We praised Kabayel about how tough he is.
Zhilei Zhang beaten for the first time. That man there, Agit Kabayel, probably the most underestimated and disrespected heavyweight in the top 10. Not anymore. Welcome to the top table, Agit Kabayel. Alexander Usyk in the ring with him as well, the unified heavyweight world champion. Giving his congratulations. Two heavyweights wanting to get to that top table will meet April the 5th. Dillian Whyte, the body snatcher, will take on Joe Joyce, and that is the first card for Queensberry under the banner of DAZN, April 5th, Co-op Live, Dillian Whyte versus Joe Joyce. All right, let's get the official decision of Thomas Treiber.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official time. 2 minutes, 29 seconds of round number 6. Our referee in charge, Mark Lyson, reaches the count of 10. Therefore, your winner by way of knockout, still undefeated, and now the WBC interim heavyweight champion of the world, Agit Kabayel.